afternoon, YouTubers. Kevin here. Just thought I'd give you a bit of an update on the loading ramps that I've made for in the new cattle area. I've even made the gates. The gates will open the time I get the backdrop scenery down the back through here. It should come out pretty well, and the front one's sitting in there, and I've made it too so the gates will swing. At the moment they're blocked off, so the cattle have to come out onto this loading ramp here, but I can change that and lock it off so they can go to the top, and now it's going to come out on the end. And if I change that one there and open that one there, I can actually have them so they go out into the cattle race. So I just made out of bamboo skewers and some very thin bendable ply that I was given by a student years ago, and I just cut strips of it to make it for the timber beams. Made it pretty look rustic. I'm quite happy how it looks. Got a few more details to touch up, like there's a bit that's not painted there. The appearance of it is pretty good, and the time I get my wagons in and loading docks on, got to build the crates for these trucks. Time I get them into place, they'd look pretty cool. In time I weather them down to get rid of that new look image of it, should come out okay. So just about ready to do some plaster work back in here to lock this into place, and then let it set, see how it goes. So there could be another update coming up soon. Thanks guys, bye. Well, Moderatos, Kevin here again. Just thought I'd give you a bit more of an update on progress. As you can see, if I pull back, I've lifted out the hill face so that I could actually texture the piece of timber that's got to be lifted in and out. I've cut the rail. The rail's been cut down in this point down here on an angle, just there and there, and I've textured it with real dirt, put it even in through the rails, and I've put some effect in the rails like long grass, because this siding mightn't get used all the time and it won't be maintained by a lot of people, but it's all dirt, it's all textured down. Looks pretty rough, but the effect I'm quite pleased with. There's some parts where there's gaping gaps. I'm just going to put a couple of water trough things over them for the animals, so they looks like there's water for them, and when it's all put back together it doesn't look too bad. I've used lighter colour dirt in here and put tyre marks in to represent where the trucks will come in. They'll actually come in from across this section here and in. You'll notice also around on this side I've actually decided to cut and build up a bit of a stop bank for Raton Creek. So the way it happens at the moment is, because that is Lammy, the last bit of Raton Creek comes out over here when it's finished. It starts way back over in the corner over there, so it goes in, comes out through Spider, the Spider Bridge down through here, and then out through this one. And so it will link itself, come back in through here, and then it'll come back up again, and I'll put it going back up in here around by Lammy and then disappear. I've also built this up so that I can put a pump house, Santa Fe pump house that was about that was in Lammy. It says it has one. Put it there, and a water tower will go over here, and also an oil tower, and hopefully when I get it all blended in, it'll look pretty cool. So that's another part of the work that's been done to carry on from the update. So I'm just going to stop the movie and put everything back together, and you see what it looks like. I've still yet to do the plaster work on here, but once I get the plaster work done on it, that'll fit back into place, line up my holes. That should sit in there, that should sit down into there, that fits into there, joins it up, and then this bit just fits in here. And then the time I put my vehicles in and hook them up, these have got to be, vehicles have got to be weathered. By the time I fit them in and put the cages on and fit them there, it's going to look pretty cool. So I'm happy with that. It looks pretty interesting. And I think it'll actually come up to a nice little wee scene in here. Time I put some trees up on here to break a bit of the boundary lines, and then another bit will go up from here. I'll hide the track that Santa Fe will go in behind it. But at the moment, I think that's pretty cool. Quite like it. So that's all for now. And when I've done a bit more, I'll catch up with you guys later. If not, as I've said in the last one, Merry Christmas to you all. I hope you have an awesome time with family and friends. And may the Lord richly bless you all. See you. Bye.